We've seen reporters get wild. We'll speak one specifically where we'll play it here.
Democracy is at stake here. So why are you continuing to prop up the government who you say isn't taking democracy seriously? Why do you continue to prop them up?
So the question is, what are we going to do about it?
No, the question is, why do you continue to prop up the government when you say our democracy is at stake and this government is not taking our democracy seriously? Why continue to back them up?
We're not at all doing that. What we're saying is we're going to demand answers. We're going to continue to push for solutions. Because we're in Parliament right now, I was able to read these documents. Because we're in Parliament now, we've been able to push for a letter to have the public inquiry also include the Conservative leadership race in a part of the public inquiry's work. We want to use the tools as parliamentarians, as a parliamentarian myself, to use the tools that we have, that I have, to advance democracy. I want to use the tools that I have to get to the bottom of this. The suggestion that an election is a solution to election interference is, I think, a fallacy.
A reporter virtually yelling at Jagmeet Singh after he kind of came out and said, yeah, there's some MPs that are involved in this. This isn't good. And this was right after Elizabeth May's like, it's all good. We're fine. Canada's on the right track. And so you had the NDP and you had the Green Party saying two different things, and now adding more confusion, more fire, more frustration into all of it. And then seeing reporters stepping up and doing their job and full on just
hammering them.
Giving them the business. And what do you think is going to happen from all this? What do you think is going to take to be able to get these names released?
I think that just to continue what Pierre Poilievre is doing and putting pressure on the Prime Minister during question period and outside of question period and press conferences and social media posts. However, in the recent days, we've heard the Conservative Party take a step back from foreign interference in talking about different subjects on their social media and in question periods, such as the cost of living crisis, because the Conservatives, the NDP, and the Liberals all voted together to send the foreign interference report from NSICOP to Justice Ho, who's already dealing with the public inquiry. So this is adding more to her handful of work to do, which is very important. And she's going to come back with a public report on what she has read from the NSICOP report. There were only 2 MPs that voted against that motion, and it was Elizabeth May and her partner in the Green Party, Mike Morris. So very interesting. Her excuse was, I don't want to give any more work to Justice Hogue. She's working too hard. So that was her excuse. So I hope that the names eventually get released. We know Han Dong, I think is that's how you say it, is already named in the report. As we know, he's already been kicked out of the caucus. So, but other than that, we don't know much, and it's just such complete 180 from each side. You hear Elizabeth May, nothing to see here. You hear Jagmeet Singh, this is a serious issue. I'm more alarmed about this today than yesterday. And then now it's giving a window for the Liberals to use an excuse and say, there's no validity in this report. Look, we're seeing completely different conclusions from both parties. How can we trust this conclusion if both parties have different viewpoints? So it's giving them an out, essentially.
Yeah, and what I find funny is I think Jennifer L. did a really good job on her TikTok where she actually stitched the 2 media press releases together where Jagmeet goes, we have these MPs sitting among us and it's terrible. And then Elizabeth May going, we have no names in here. There's nothing. And then Jagmeet's like, this is serious. We need to be concerned. And Elizabeth May then afterwards going, there's nothing to be worried about here. It was just, the juxtaposition was amazing. It was excellent. But it led me to wonder, though, do you think, this is my conspiracy theory.
Here we go. Bring it.
Do you think that Elizabeth May got a different version of the report? Because I'm wondering, because I don't know if you've seen her a night out where she was speaking to, I think it was like a press dinner that she was at. She got a little too into the sauce and she just started going off. It was a little disgraceful. They had to take her off the stage, with the proverbial big cane, basically. And so I'm wondering, did they leave out a few pages for Miss May so that she wouldn't immediately run to the media and then spill it all because they knew that that's the kind of individual she would be? I don't know, because I I think that it's a lot for her to go out there and just blatantly lie like that. I think she actually believes it. And I think the reason why she believes it is because I think they left some pages out for her. I think that it wasn't all redacted.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I don't know. But another point that's been raised by many people within the conservative movement is that she is one of the people named in the report. This is another conspiracy. That she's one of the people named. And the evidence they provide for that, there's a video clip of her at the Consulate General's office in Toronto of Palestine. And she's up at the mic with a Palestine scarf, which is fine. And she's saying, I take my marching orders from the Consular General to the Palestinian Authority. So that's a bit questionable. You know, you're an MP from BC and you're saying you take your orders from a foreign entity and a foreign government?
So not in your writing.
That's weird.
Yeah.